Hello once again to the podcast Crypto Podcast with me, Coach 23, and welcome back to a new edition of 40 Something Children in the Sky. This is the show or part of my channel that we talk about pop culture, life in general. So, pop culture toys, last discussion, last topic that we did was I unboxed a Spin Master version of the Metal Force for DC. So I was able to unbox Superman, who looks like the ultimate, not really ultimate, sorry, Injustice Superman, an armored Batman, an armored Lex Luthor, and Brainiac, who's really really cool. But today, I wonder what the topic is. But I guess you can base it on that logo. So we are going to talk about my fourth favorite, no, my fifth favorite superhero of all time, Spider-Man. Why fifth? He's too much relatable. I mean, if you're a comic book fan or fan of, you know, fictional things, characters and whatnot, it's your escapism. You escape from reality with this people. Yeah, it's easy to say. I'm not going to be a hypocrite, but yes, I like Spider-Man. I'm too relatable. I am too. I'm a working class dude. I work as a freelancer. I'm doing part-time podcasting with 24 subscribers. Thank you for those new ones. I really appreciate it. Hope you really like my takes, even though my the other show is titled Bad Takes, but opinion is opinion. So yeah, it's too much relatable. It's a working class hero. I mean, if you read the story of the New Avengers, not the movie, the Thunderbolts New Avengers, but the New Avengers after the Avengers disassembled because of Scarlet Witch, we will talk about some other time. So they Captain America and Iron Man they assembled the New Avengers because they assembled the former old Avengers, and one of the recruits was Spider Man or Peter Parker. And I remember Peter Parker was like, "Are we going to get paid?" No, there's no pay because back then the Avengers were getting paid by in the comic books were getting paid by Tony Stark. They were funded by Tony Stark. And then Captain America said, "Nope, no payment, no salary at all." And like, but they recruited Spider-Man. So he's really the easiest relatable character in DC or sorry, Marvel. So we're going, but the thing is, yeah, story Peter Parker, you know, of course that famous motto or uh tag, "Great power comes great responsibility," really echoes to some people, which is true. Don't mind, I am not. His character spawned three different franchise movies. Uh, Long story short, Marvel Comics at the time were in need of finances. They're almost bankrupt during the 90s, and they tried to sell their franchises to movie outlets. Um, According to reports, that it was that Marvel was in talks with Columbia Pictures or Sony company, to sell the rights of all their characters. All. When I said all characters. So they were selling Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four, the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, all those heroes. All. When I said all franchises. But Sony was only interested with one, which is this guy. And the franchise or everything relates to Spider-Man. So Sony purchased Spider-Man and all the likeness and all the cast and crew characters of Spider-Man in comics. They were able to procure it, and then Marvel was able to sell Fantastic Four and X-Men to then an independent company, Fox, 20th Century Fox, along with Daredevil, I believe. Was Ghost Rider part of Columbia or Sony? I forgot. But anyways, yeah. Then I believe I talked about this in my previous and wrestling uh pop and wrestling episodes of that back then considerably. Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Hulk, they were considered C-listers or D-listers of the Marvel universe. And when, Kevin Feige, Avi Arad, Luis De Esposito, they were able to take fundings. They started with Iron Man, and the rest, as they say, is history. And about Spider-Man, the first franchise movies of Spider-Man were spawned by Sam Raimi. They partnered with Sam Raimi and starred Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst as Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and Mary Jane Watson, respectively. And also produced characters like Green Goblin, with starred portrayed by Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina as Doctor Octopus, Topher Grace, which is, I believe, his character is fine. The way he acted as Eddie Brock was fine. He's just too small to be Venom or Eddie Brock. I forgot the dude's name, but Sandman was there as well. Um, who else? Harry Osborn, James Franco. Yeah. So though, then the second franchise was Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. This time it's not Mary Jane Watson, but Gwen Stacy, portrayed by Emma Stone. Spider-Man was portrayed by Andrew Garfield and spawned two movies with two new villains at the time. So it was the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. It was Lizard, Rice Irfan, I believe, and Jamie Foxx as Electro in the the sequel for Amazing Spider-Man. And yeah, I believe Green Goblin was there, but he was like only a cameo. And they were trying to do a trilogy as well, or a series of movies. Didn't pan out because of box office failures, I can say. And then the connection of, Sony to Marvel Universe or Marvel Studios of Disney, and they collaborated to form the what we know of Spider-Man right now, portrayed by Tom Holland, which is, I can, say that he did a great portrayal. Funny thing is, the last two Spider-Men were or are British. And Spider-Man is an all-American hero. If you One of the weirdest shot I ever seen for a Spider-Man movie was on Spider-Man 3, when it was Venom and Sandman kidnapped Mary Jane Watson. They went into that construction site, and Spider-Man was swinging, and then he dropped on the building, and the American flag was in behind him. Like, wow, that's a weird shot for like a different case or different scenario. So I don't know. I guess it's just me. But yeah, that's it. That's a minor history lesson for Spider-Man. But right now we're going to do some action figures comparison and a little unboxing, because I bought several action figures of Spider-Man from, as I mentioned on my last episode of ZD or ZD or Zengdong or Zongdong, I believe, I forgot, that they are making this new action Marvel. I don't know if it's licensed, but they have this hologram sticker. It's like to prove that they're licensed, but hologram stickers can be, bought, can be. So yeah. But right now, yeah, we're going to talk about several comparison of Marvel. So I believe these two figures that we're introducing, I bought this from June Castillo of JSB Collectibles. Shout out to you, June. I bought this Toby Maguire 375, 3.75 or 4 inches version of Spider-Man, Toby Maguire. So he has the classic Toby Maguire look. You can see it's not your normal Marvel Universe action figure. So it's a Toby Maguire action figure. I don't know if it's rare or not, but I saw one. I bought this for, I forgot how much I bought it from June. But there's one dude selling this exact figure for like 2,000 pesos on Shopee. I believe it's like an SDCC or San Diego Comic Con version, but I don't know if it's the same. But I'm just happy to have it because it's a Tobey Maguire one. I never had a Tobey Maguire action figure Spider-Man before, and I'm happy to have one. So this, I believe, is made by Hasbro. Another one It's just worn up, but I believe this is an amazing Spider-Man version. I believe this is Hasbro as well of the Andrew Garfield version. Why? Because of you can look at the logo of the spider with the outstretched limb and comparing, yeah, the eye. I believe the eye is only a sticker, but the height is really different from each other. If you going to do a side by side leveling, it's like Andrew Garfield was is a little bit taller than Tobey Maguire, but I guess in the movie as well. Even they cracked the back, so it's yeah. Then that's my Hasbro version of Spider-Man. I have other Hasbro versions of the Spider-Man line, but most of them are bad guys. So I have I bought this one from Master Jet, Retsum Jet Mercado, Rhino, badass looking Rhino. I bought some from Fat Terrorist from Shopee, Facebook. You can locate him there. Bought him. I believe I bought Hydro Man. I bought Doctor Octopus. So these are Hasbro versions. Vulture, Adrian Toomes as the Vulture. And then last Hasbro version. No, I have two more, three more. So I have Chameleon, but with the face of I believe this is Norman Osborn. I like him as Norman Osborn more than Chameleon. I have Black Cat here, the only female Spider-Man character I believe I have. So it's Black Cat, and I believe this is I don't know if this is Scarlet Spider, but I believe it's Kane or Scarlet Spider. This one, I like this version because of the aesthetic of just black and red. Wolfpack colors. Woo. So yeah, those are my Hasbro Marvel Universe slash Infinite Marvel Infinite line. But I all forgot. I almost have this one. Recently purchased Craven the Hunter. Badass looking. And this is the thing is I when I bought this from like a Chinese seller from Shopee, it doesn't have weapons, so I have a staff of what I bought from Irving Del Rosario of Toy Asylum. Shout out to you guys. I'm mentioning you, so you can contact them and buy action figures, comic books, whatnot from them. I believe the staff was from Spears staff is from Storm Shadow that he sold to me. So I have a Kane action figure. So I Craven, I'm sorry. So those are my direct Hasbro line. Then afterwards, I bought lines from. But before even that, no, it's the same, probably the same time that I brought from Hasbro. Hasbro also created this new line that I guess rivals the Spin Master for DC. Especially, it's like what they call like toys made from for kids. So they created this line called the Epic Heroes line. So it's not as posable as the Marvel Universe line. It's also less expensive than the Marvel Universe line. But posable, it's still, action figure worthy or collectibles for adults. So this is the first one that I have. It's Spider-Man, normal classic look, red, blue, and black. So other lines that I have for him, for that particular line, Miles Morales. I believe Miles Morales is the first figure for Epic Heroes that I bought because I like Miles Morales when I read his comics when he was created by Brian Michael Bendis, Sara Pichelli, and the color is great. Also bought this Iron Spider version with only three, I don't know, tentacles or whatnot, limbs. Supposed to be four, I believe, but for Epic Heroes they only made three. Then of course one of their characters that they have was Venom, Venom. Then of course if you do have a Venom, you need to have Carnage. I just didn't like this Carnage. It's too cartoonish or comic, It's not even comic accurate because the slimy black, the old Marvel Maximum Carnage version of Carnage is really the ideal Carnage for me. The black and red aesthetic of in the whole body. But yeah, what do we have? And lastly, this is maybe one of those special, really toys for kids. A water blaster version of Spider-Man. But if I'm playing with this, I normally make this as Tom Holland because of the big spider thing logo. But it's blue. It should be gold. But whatever. So yeah, those are the version that I had. So Hasbro created those. Now it's time to see or unleash from their boxes of the ZD or Zengdong or Zongdong version of the Marvel line. But before then, I already unboxed one, so it's my first, and I like this one, especially during the 90s when the Clone Saga was at its peak. Ben Riley, Scarlet Spider. Now, for this, I guess when I unbox the other figures that I have, it's still posable. So you can split, you can kick, you can pose. But the thing is, it's not really as movable as the torso from the Marvel Universe line. But you can spin this out. You can twist this one. Head is still the same. Arm. I tried playing with this and the leg popped out. So it seems to say that it's not really for hard playing. It's really just more for posing but yeah, the limbs, the joints are movable. Again, you can pose it. But for me, I don't even need to buy the Scarlet Spider from the original Hasbro line because I already have this. It's fine that I have this. And I will be comparing one because I have, aside from Peter Parker, Spider-Man, I have two characters that are one same characters but different line. But for me, I like the Scarlet Spider. So this was the first that I unboxed, but not live or not in this context. But yeah, so we will unbox. I bought five of those Zeng ZD toys. So we're going to unbox I guess four of them because I'm looking for my Caesar. Yep, found it. So the first we're going to unbox is a villain, Electro. So Electro was portrayed, like I said, in the movie version by Jamie Foxx, but the version that we're going to unbox is the comic accurate version. Yeah, the old, the Marvel 616 mainstream Marvel of Electro with the yellow and green aesthetic or design. And what I loved about the Electro version that they did with Spider-Man No Way, oh no, yeah, No Way Home, was that when Jamie Foxx went from blue, a blue Electro, which is a version I believe from the Ultimate Comics line by Brian Michael Bendis still. But when they made the new No Way Home Spider-Man, for eagle eyes or really nerdish fans like me, when Electro appeared from on the final act, the final battle, the third act, in Statue of Liberty, he appeared. Then you can see the lines of electricity in his face for like split second, and for me it was like, ooh, it was comic comic accurate one. So yeah, we unbox. Still probably the same movable joints. You cannot just move the elbow from like twist, so it's just like fixed. So the only oh, it popped. You see, if you popped it really weird or bad, it could pop out. So oh man, shoot. Yep, okay, it's back. So this is Electro. So limited articulation still. If you're going to ask me, and maybe in the next few episodes for Batman action figures, this is like the Taiwan Chinese version of the Arkham popular figures right now, even the Arkham Asylum figures, 375 4 inches version. So this is similar with them, but with those Batman figures, it's more on display than playable. You can play as long as you have to be safe playing it. Like I said, what I did with Electro, it popped the shoulder, but yeah, this is Electro. So I have five of the Sinister Six. I don't have Mysterio yet. I'm planning to buy one, I guess from June as well, or either Fat Hem or Fat Terrorist, but I can wait for June. June is also one. June Castillo from GSB Shop is also one of my go-to guys in terms of action figures, comic books. I still have a lot of pendings for him from him, but June, you know me, I will buy them all from you, just like with Jeffrey, brother Jeffrey. I have pendings with you guys, but I am a man of my word in terms of buying stuff from you and paying you guys off, and getting my figures from you. You guys are my brothers in terms of action figures. So yep. Then other action figure that we will be opening is Green Goblin. Ha, Norman Osborn. I don't know. You can say it's Norman, Harry, but it's the Green Goblin. Basically, Spider-Man's Joker. If Spider-Man is Batman, then Green Goblin is definitely his Joker. Or if Superman has Lex Luthor, this is his. Or yeah, this is Spider-Man's Lex Luthor. So Green Goblin. I like the features and oh yep, see when you move something, pop something. So pop his head. So it's really you can play with it, but it's not as hard playable as a Marvel Universe line, but still playable if you want to just yeah like that. Yeah. So yeah, I have this one, and it's actually tall, which is I like. It's just probably the same size, but yeah, I have Green Goblin. So if I'm going to compare this, first I'm sorry I said two. I won earlier, but now it's two. So I have the Marvel Universe line of, or I don't know, of Green Goblin, so thin. I like this figure, although I didn't like the legs because it's just the normal front backward legs. You can't split it up, unlike the other one. So split forward, backward, whatnot. Just don't it pop, and I can have the glider of this guy use this for this guy. So it's a Green Goblin comparison. I believe this one is the newer version of Green Goblin compared to the OG look. This is from probably the first five or six or seven Spider-Man issue, but this one is relatively new. I believe this one is after Superior Spider-Man look when Spider-Man swapped with Doctor Octopus. Their swap bodies or brain, and Octopus body died. Spider-Man became Peter Parker became like a conscience or spirit, but Doctor Octopus' mind is in Peter Parker's body. Then afterward, they swap back from Superior Spider-Man back to Amazing, and I believe this is the Green Goblin that they faced. The look. I have to do my research afterwards. So yep, that's the second unboxing for Spider-Man ZD version. Huh? I bought this only for 280, but I believe I bought this yeah for 250 or 60. Last two. So we will be opening a new one. This time it will be a little bit of surprise, but I like this because of the height. It's not as tall as them, or maybe I just looking at differently. Gwen Stacy's Ghost Spider. So the funny thing is when you're growing up in the 80s and 90s, when you have action figures, you don't normally for guys, for boys, you don't normally buy figures that are girls. Maybe it's a weird way because, like I said, people will call you in the LGBT way. But so you got most kids like me back then were avoiding buying toys that are on the female capacity. But now I have a lot. My favorite is an X Men, and it's Dark Phoenix. This is probably the second one that I like. But yeah, it still has limited move set, but still posable compared to like the Super Friends that I considered like even the Green Goblin one. But yeah, this is Gwen Stacy's Ghost Spider, and it's not as tall, so they made it really girly size in height comparison. So cool, right? And then there's one. Actually, I have two more to open, but I will not open the other one for some reason. on just because on my own. Maybe I don't want it to be open. Should, but probably not. But we will open the last, probably last one. Uh-huh. Kids, adults, if you are using scissors, a pair of scissors or cutter, box cutters, be careful because you might hurt yourself or somebody else. So the last figure that we'll be opening for ZD Toys version of Spider-Man is none other than Miguel O'Hara, better known as Spider-Man 2099. So this was created by Spider-Man 2099 was created during the 2099 line from Marvel, which is basically the future of Marvel. Initially, they created Spider-Man, the Punisher, a new superhero called Ravage. What else? Doom 2099. I like the Doom version. I hope they had a toy like that. It's just the silver and navy blue or black cloak, but it was really a badass version of Doctor Doom. But apparently he was a clone during the time, so he didn't reach. Well, it's really he was still Victor Von Doom, but only a clone. But yeah, one of the most popular, created by the late great Peter David, who is known for writing The Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. So I bought this even though I have another version, which is the Marvel Universe line, which is this one. So here's the comparison of the two. So this is the Marvel Universe line. I bought this also from Ang's Toy Store, which I bought per Professor X from, and this one is from ZD Toys. Who's the real Spider-Man 2099? So yeah, still, like I said, if you want to play with this, you just need to be careful. You don't want to pop the joints or damage the ball joints, so you will not broke. But you can play with it if you want. Still, you can pose it like I'm going to punch you. With the Spider-Man, you can scratch what you want because he has talons and yeah. But yeah, so that's it. I unboxed most of the Spider-Man ZD. Well, I won't unbox the Spider-Man version because guess most of you have it. I can just compare it from the box. So this is the version of Spider-Man from the box, and we can compare it to the CD, no, to the Hasbro version. It has a bigger head though, bigger build, bigger head. But the thing is, what I like about this version is he really looks like the Tom Holland version from the first Spider-Man Homecoming movie. The black aesthetic from the wrist, it really looks that way. Yeah. So I'm not going to unbox it for reason I know. Oh, that I just for me. Heh. So yeah, those are my hauls for Spider-Man for a couple of times. The newest I believe I bought was Craven. But yeah, this has been fun. Spider-Man, like they said, with great power comes great responsibility. We can. It doesn't necessarily mean that superpower. If you're working in the government, working in public service, if you're a parent or you're the one who's providing for your family, you have that power over someone. Don't use it negatively. Like I said, if you have great power, you have to use it in great responsibility and capacity, and we have to aspire that. We have to. Everyone has to aspire that with that saying as well. And yeah, I can't wait for a Spider-Man brand new day. I believe it will be shown next year with Tom Holland still. Is it this year? No, it's next year, right? So it's next year with Tom Holland, directed by the Destin. I forgot the last name, but the director of Shang-Chi. So it's no longer John Watts, who directed the first three Spider-Man for Marvel Studios and Sony. But yeah, according to reports, the Punisher, John Bernthal will be there. Hulk, Mark Ruffalo will be there along with other characters. Sadie Sink, if I remember, is there along with Zendaya. But how are they going to incorporate Zendaya? There are already rumors in the interwebs that for most movie of the movie Spider-Man will be masked. So it's like similar with Robert Pattinson's The Batman. That 95% of the movie he was Batman more than he was Bruce Wayne. But according to you, since Tom Holland is like shooting in between uh Spider-Man Brand New Day and the Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which is I think it's going to be great. I like Greek mythology movies. So it's after the Trojan War, Odysseus. So it's Matt Damon, John Bertal was there as well, Zendaya, and Tom Holland will be there, Anne Hathaway. So I can't wait it for the same next year. It's actually the second coming of Barbenheimer. If you know, a few years ago, it's Barbie and Oppenheimer opening it, I believe, at the same weekend, and now it's a Tom Holland type of thing because it's either the same month or the same weekend as well that Odysseus or the Odyssey will be coming out same as Brand New Day. So I can't wait as well. I'll be watching both. I'll definitely be watching both. So yeah, that's my comparison and unboxing of my hauls for Spider-Man for both Hasbro, Epic Hero line, and ZD Toys version and or lines of Spider-Man. Uh, Toys are toys. It's okay to keep it in a box. For me, like I said, I'll be keeping Ghostbusters and the Last Ronin in a box for a long time. No plans of opening them. But if you have toys, especially if you're my age, play with your toys. I know displaying them is great, looking at them is great, but every once in a while, play with them. They are meant to be played with. They are toys. If you watch Toy Story million times, one, two, three, and four, toys are meant to be played. And remember the saying that we grow old because we stop playing. It's not we don't stop playing because we grow old. It's we grow old because we stop playing. Or along the line. So if for me, every time that I'm doing my freelance work, I pick a toy or two or three, play with them. I have them in fighting modes or capacity. Then if a file comes out that I have to work with, then I play with it. I'll work on my file. So yeah, that's my advice to most people. I believe some of you, even the collectors or even the sellers, you buy your toys before you sell them and play with it yourselves. And I'm happy to be part of this community. I believe we're already a fledging community. I guess most people right now are collecting toys or action figures or comic books or whatnot compared to drinkers. I guess there are still drinkers, but most people are in toy collections now, toy collecting now. So yeah. So I guess for this episode, shout out to Jeffrey again, brother Jeffrey, June Castillo of JSB Collectibles, Ang's Toy Stores, Fat Terrorist. Shout out to you guys. You guys are my go-to sellers, and I totally respect you. And I hope you like me still, despite my pending with you guys. But like I said, this video, this show is actually you can use this as as evidence that I will definitely paying for those figures installment basis or whatnot. If I can pay you in full, I will. But I'm just happy that I have good relationship with you guys, and I totally respect and like you, love you guys for it. So yeah, thank you for watching the podcast, Cryptor Podcast, 40 something children in disguise. Third episode. We're going to do more. We're going to do more toy comparison and toy reviews, even if it's open or whatnot. Like I said, this is a pop culture episode. Probably we'll do this after a few days of Superman's. After I watch, we'll do a spoiler free. Hopefully, I can do it a spoiler free review of Superman. with the next episode. So thank you guys, and God bless us all. If you don't believe in a higher power, you believe in a higher power or whatnot. Believe what you believe, but let's respect and love what each other. Okay, stay positive, guys. Not in COVID or other sickly things, but stay positive in life. Thank you guys. I see you guys soon.